welcome. My name's Brian Knight, and I live in Melbourne in Australia, and it's just turned 5:30 in the morning on a Wednesday, and it looks like the action is starting to happen for the week. That's good. A bit of movement. Let me just share this first to screen. Oh, it's good to have your full name back again, Darren Hart. That's good. So, welcome to this live Forex analysis session. And there's a few notes there, full risk disclosure, and a little bit about us as live session traders. So let's go and have a little bit of a look at charts and see what's going down. Just stop there and share over here. Hey, Tom, Darren. So here we go. A bit of that news yesterday, as you had said, Tom. Oh, well, on the AED anyway. A little bit of sentiment news pushed things, and here's the forecast increase in the Canadian dollar, or the Canadian country, which then adversely affected, or conversely affected, the AUD CAD. So CAD obviously increased. I think the Aussie dollar decreased with sentiment, and we had this nice move yesterday. It did do a bit of a jump, but it's moved about 50 or 60 pips. So these, and we have the short, we have this. It's now broken structure, broken out of the longer term sideways movement, consolidation. Potentially, though, we're going to have in the lower time frame, we're going to have a little pullback, which is often predicted. Well, Darren knows that things will do a bit of a pullback before they start to drop back off again. So that's all I'll be waiting for on this one. So I didn't get into here. If you remember my discussion last couple of days, consolidation, I wanted to see whether it broke structure down or broke it up. We have a sellout, which is good. It pulled back up, hopefully not break the level up, and then start to move back down again. It's like it's now on a cycle of sell for whatever time it will be for us. That's AUD CAD. CHF, same. It has come out in broken structure. Yeah, I mean, really, this is sort of late to the party. It's now at the other side of the channel on the daily, so probably not the best time to be looking at a sell. I'll be waiting for some green triangles before we get a buyback on this one. Maybe not. It may continue down, so we never know at this point. If you look at it from a daily perspective, it just keeps selling, or has been. Not to say it will continue, but it may break structure down here. The only problem I can see is it has been going sideways there, and it made two equal lows. So, okay, so where the discussion is, so what it's done is it keeps making new lows, push back up, make another low, push back up, make another equal low, which is sort of telling me that this may be out of was this ability to actually push down past this point For me, I'm just going to be waiting to see. There's a fair bit of, if you're not already in the sell, then probably not the time maybe to get in it unless you want to feel it at least come back to there or break there. It does have, though, lower highs, so potentially to break that. We'll just see. Anyway, this also too may have a pullback up, so I'm just going to put down some of these ones. Right, ADJPY. Interesting enough, though, with the sentiment yesterday, it did pull down, but it's basically just gone back up again. Yeah. So this is from the daily, this by sort of triangles and the long is still in influence. So the Aussie dollar is still strength. So it's probably a good time. It just depends if it breaks structure up here. Okay, we'll just see what happens in the morning, the Asian session. Yeah. It has been going down. It's taken out these, nearly taken out these fair value gaps here. It could go even lower. Any opinions? Anybody watching?
Well, I'm in it for a buy on the daily.
You are, yeah. You have been for a while though, but it's been pulling back again. So I don't know whether it's obviously out near the edge of the channel here on the 1 hour, and it's pulling back up again. So yeah, you're going to stay in this for a buy on that point because it's nowhere near the outside. It's gone past the middle of the range. Oh well, yours is probably wider anyway, and it's probably still around that
wider,
middle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll reassess this one around the Asian session or London Open. AUD NZD. Sideways. I don't tend to trade that. Here we go. Now, out of the consolidation, it has dropped. That's good. We'll probably get a pullback. But ultimately, AUD Singapore is, we're into a sell on it. Okay.
Nice move today.
Yeah, it is. Or it was. It did from yesterday. So it came down and broke structure. We'll get a bit of a pullback potentially before it drops. There's some fair value gaps in here that it may come back, well, potentially will come back, take out, and then drop back down. So it's a bit of a waiting game. Maybe around that sort of London Open would be nice. I'll have it set up for today. AUD Singapore, AUD USD out of consolidation, nice big drop, broke structure, beautiful. It's going to do, it's going to do the pullback, and then there's more room to move. I still think it's got room to move all the way back down here. So
yeah, I'm up 180 pips on that
now. Yeah, well, that's because you took stuff right at the start of the year.
Yeah,
that's good. Lovely. So we'll just see what
75 pips today, actually. Well, wow. Today, UK time.
Yeah. The last, for you. It's been a good move, hasn't it? And it was just a bit of news, but there's all this retail.
Well, the dollar's strengthened today. Whether that means the dollar benefited from that vote last night. I don't know.
From the
Yeah,
crazy
I did
people.
wonder. I did read something somewhere where it sort of said something about electoral uncertainty
Yeah.
would potentially help the dollar, push the dollar up. How or why, I don't know, but
You know, if you look at gold, it's dropped off nicely too.
yeah,
So that just sort of tells me the US dollar is yeah, look, UJ is just it just jumped a
yeah,
whole heap as well.
yeah,
Anyway, we'll have a look at those as we get a bit further down. So CAD CHF as well. You saw a bit of CAD strength. It's still on the daily, it's still going down. We don't like hang on, wait for it to
I've
yeah.
got along now on the daily.
Yeah, correct. So it's ready to go into buy. We're ready to, I mean, look at this number of days that has to occur before you start to get this is the interesting part of this strategy, like from a 1 hour perspective, you've got all of this, but you now have this move here on this on this daily move. Yeah.
It's not a very convincing move, though, is it? I'm looking at that now. It's essentially it's still sort of, if you ignore that long and just sort of open that out, it's just still sort of going sideways, really.
Yeah, well, you can see that on the
Yeah, on the
hourly,
dead, on the hourly, yeah, yeah,
But then again, I mean, you've had longs here, but you don't have any triangles, right? So they're very short-lived. I mean, this could be short-lived as well, but having a number of these triangles with a long, because that was this move here again is the start of the year, right? Um, but look at this. Look at how much imbalance is up in here.
yeah,
Like, and yes, it might, but then again, we still have that little pullback down there, but these are higher lows. It's
yeah,
not really, it's making slightly higher highs. So are we going to, at the moment there's a short, so it could pull back down a little bit. But what are we in for? You know what I mean? It
yeah,
does create higher highs and slightly higher low. I mean, it is just going a little sideways. Um, but if we go back to AUD CAD, look at how the CAD has strengthened, but that is in relation to the Aussie dollar weakening. Um, so yeah, I'm okay. So there'll be a little potentially there'll pull back, and then we'll get another. So where's it? Yeah, it's pulling back. Yeah, no, it's only pulling back to sort of like the start of the. Okay, if you see the pullbacks, they're all sort of occurring around the same time of the day. See that?
yeah,
Roughly, sort of happening in that sort of New York or just post New York, and then the pushback up is happening around that Asian and London. That's where it takes off. So again, this one, CAD might be one that I'd be looking at because this to get in earlier on the daily. You're a little bit reticent, Darren, are you? It's
well,
too.
I got stopped out on it before Christmas. Were those you were pointing to
Yeah,
a few moments
yeah,
ago, where there were no triangles? Initially, there were triangles. One of those, I forget which one it was.
right.
But then as it turned and pushed down again,
They
oh,
disappeared.
yeah, those lines sort of pushed down as well, and it and the triangles disappeared, and I got stopped out.
But did you only have one, or did you have multiples?
I can't remember now. There might have been a couple of
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, it could quite easily happen. I mean, I think it's like what Tom was saying yesterday with that other indicator. I mean, it just moves with the market, and so this would too. But having a couple of them here gives me a little bit more comfort.
Mm.
But then entry for me will be potentially on this 1 hour. Okay. Anyway, let's look CAD JPY. Is that sort of strength? Yeah, look at that. The last 24 hours pushed up as well. So this one is, where are we on the daily range? We're nearly out the other side.
Yeah, I'm in it. It's got a bit further to go on my settings, but I'm in it for the buy.
mm,
About I don't know,
See, it's come up to this.
175 pips.
Yeah, it's come up to this point and equaled, and now it looks like it's pulling back to get ready to go back up that little bit higher.
I think it'll continue to work its way up, that one.
Yeah, but if you look on the daily longer term.
Yeah, looks like it's turned potentially
It
selling again.
has here. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't, well, but potentially it hasn't broken, or it may not break the high here. That's why I'm saying I think, at some point here we're going to start to get into a sell on it.
yeah,
But maybe not. Like the Japanese yen has not been that strong. So this pullback down here, we could be breaking the high up here too. I mean, if you're in it, you would wait for it if it starts to do some sort of a triangle. But you can see it there, then it pushed higher, then there, then down. Now it's starting to get that turn. And like when it had the triangles here, like it does there, it's pushed up a lot higher. I think it'll push higher. I think if the CAD in other currencies is strengthening up, then potentially you'll get maybe a breaker structure up here.
yeah.
So let's see. JPY, there's quite a few here. We'll see. Right, CHF JPY. Well, that's pushed way up here, hasn't it? If you're not already in that one, this one's going to get a potential for turn. Yeah. It's taking some of these pieces off. Oh, what was that? Right. Certainly hasn't come back down to there. Just keeps climbing, doesn't it?
You just look at that one. It's
Yeah, look
when was
at
the last
that.
time it'd been up in that? I mean, we're just looking on the weekly, and it's been climbing since.
Ah,
Just keep going.
that's January 23. Look at it. It just kept
But
going, but
you can
then
keep going all the way back to sort of
yeah.
October 19, something like that. It's been on a climb ever since.
Yeah, it's sort of back down here, isn't it? Yeah, October 19. That was a slow sort of move, but yeah. And then look how dramatic this is. Very dramatic. Yeah, look, we've been looking at this to come back down to here somewhere, but it just keeps pushing higher and higher and higher. And it has these little pullbacks. I mean, this is quite dramatic, and these are sort of saying that it's sort of running out of a bit of steam. But you've had this for a turn, turn, turn. I mean, it is going to go into sell.
Well, I'm looking at that
It's
on the
going to go into
monthly now, and
sell.
it's so far out of the out of the channel on the monthly. Um,
Yeah.
Imagine trading this on the monthly, put your trade on, and then
Uh,
saying, I'll see you in a couple of years, let you know how we got on."
yeah, look at it. Wow. Yeah, look, see how it's way out of that a previous high even, which is a spike in it anyway. Yeah, gosh. And you'd be, if you were going off these indicators, you'd be saying, it's got to turn, it's got to turn,
Yeah,
and it just keeps going.
yeah,
That's just how sometimes these trades go. Oh, well, it just confirms again. I mean, once something's in a trend, it does tend to sort of keep in the trend, doesn't it? Yeah, okay.
nice.
Yeah, I think I don't know about this. It's gonna, yeah, sort of pull down. It'll all come back to whether it breaks the high or not. It's not one to, I don't think it's one to trade at the moment, personally, unless you're already in it,
Yeah,
which
well,
might be.
I'm out of it now. I took the buy
Yeah,
and before that, and the sell before that. So I got the sell when it dropped, and then the buy when it went back up.
wow, good on
So
you.
I
Well
loved it.
done. Yeah. Good
Uh,
evening, Mr. McLaughlin.
Good evening. Sorry I'm a bit late. So I don't like coming halfway through.
No, you don't have to be sorry. It's all right. You just missed all the opportunities. So,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
not my problem.
Good to see you.
Uh yeah, no, we'll have a look. As most of the AUDs, we're just sort of getting to this. I mean, you're right. I think it's time to get out and get ready for the sell on it. But it's like this will come down on the alley whether we break the high or not. If we don't break that, see, it's come up past that high. It's a little bit ominous, really. Looks like it's still ready to look at it pushed up past there. So created a higher low and it's creating
yeah,
a higher high. So, from a structure perspective, I'm looking at this potentially to break up past here, but we'll see. And look, it just keeps going. Like, isn't that one, as you said, Darren, months ago, years ago,
yeah,
2019, pre-COVID, you could be making
yeah,
some good money on this one. The longer you
yeah,
stayed in it and it never came back and knocked you out. Anyway,
yeah.
all right, let's look at these euros. Euro AUD. Oh gosh. Now I am kicking myself. I never got into this one yesterday. Look at the push up there. And it's still pushing up, right? Um, so it will do a pullback. You can see on the 1 hour there's a couple of triangles on there for it to pull back down, just like it did there, and then into the buy on it. Gosh. I mean, I don't know. Tom might be just grabbing a little bit of the sell and the buy, which you could do. I mean, you just need to monitor it a lot closer, that's all. But certainly if you're on that long term, look at that. Start of the
Well,
year.
on my settings, it didn't push out to the bottom of the channel at all.
Oh no, but in mine, look at this.
Yeah, it did on yours.
With the
Yeah,
long and off it goes. So it
yeah,
sort of begs, doesn't it, whether the tighter settings is appropriate,
yeah, yeah. Well, it means more tighter settings will mean more trades.
Yeah, but then more opportunities that might come back at you too. So
Yeah, just finding that balance.
it
Again,
is,
that
isn't it?
was 3rd of January that move started.
I know exactly where I
Yeah.
wasn't taking any trades. 3rd of Jan, boom, off it went. Again, as I had forecast, start of the year, things tend to change direction. All right, your AUD is there, and there is a bit more left in it if you can. So where is it at the moment? It's still sort of 100, 200 sort of pip move left, I think, in it. I'd be just waiting for a pullback here before getting into it. So
I mean,
it
it's
could be around.
still going now. Literally now as we speak, it's still pushing up.
Yeah. Still pushing up. That's right. But it will do a pullback.
Yeah.
We'll come into Sydney Asian. It'll do a pullback, whatever, London, and then hopefully take back off again. Oh, you never know though. Look at it here. Start of that. Oh no, yeah, it's more London sort of session where it tends to kick off. London Asian, Tokyo, what's that time? Yeah. No, I'll be looking at pre-London, grabbing then, hopefully. We'll see. Euro CAD, has that pulled it back? Yeah, it did. So obviously the CAD has strengthened. It didn't break structure down here. It might be a good time to get in. Yeah, good time for the buy on this one. Look, we got the long and what was this one? Euro CAD.
Yeah, I'm still in
Definitely.
the sell.
Yeah, well, okay. But if you look at it from hourly, from back here at the start of the year, it has been pushing
Yeah.
higher and broken structure. So I don't know if you're still in the sell
Well, I've got my stop loss just
up
well,
here.
yeah, just above that wick there.
Yeah.
So I still get that.
You got in up here somewhere
That's
for the
correct.
sell.
Yeah, yeah, right up
Yeah.
there.
Well, you're just giving back a bit. That's all.
Yeah.
Just passing it forward. Uh, give it to someone else. Euro CHF. Yeah, I reckon we've got to change on this one as well, as in a push up. Euro has been, I think it will, again, this is just, you look at it end of December, start of Jan, poof, off it goes, change direction, see how much it is to push back up. I think there's, a bit more. In actual fact, that's good how it's sort of pull back there. Okay. If it doesn't break structure here and it starts pushing back up, which you can see, that's what it's doing. Yeah, that could be a good buy on that one. Yes, it did only a small push up there, but certainly, there's a lot of range within the channel for it to move. But when it does push up, it has some of these previous ones have been quite significant. And I think the euro has been strengthening against a lot of currency pairs. It's having its little turn. Too much sideways on this one. Euro GBP again. It's not ready. Not ready yet. If you look over here, yeah, this is sort of, no, fluffing around. Forget that one. Euro JPY, you're still in this one for the buy, and it did a nice little push up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it pushed up past. Remember we put these fibs on yesterday? But it's pushed up past. I think it'll come up further, a lot further. So along on that, I'm just gonna wait. It'll probably give us some pushback down, and then when we get if we get any green triangles, I'll be into that one. Starting out from my year for some longer term trades. Right. And then you look at that, it's pushed up way past. It probably will even break break structure over here. I think it'll pull up higher, then we'll get a push back down. You may want to get into the small short and then back up again in the end. You're at NZD, just like AUD. Look at that. Wow. That's been nice. Start of the week. Bang. Bob. Bang. Yeah. It's ready for buys.
Yeah, I got in that on the not this last sort of long, the one before that.
Yeah,
so,
where it did that little pullback down, you would have
so
gone into a bit of.
I'm only just back into profit now. I've gone into drawdown.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because you took it off that first one.
Yeah,
It's just I look at this sometimes and I go, right, it's ready to get in, but look at how much you give away to confirm. Like it would have been anyway. All I want's a little pullback and then get back into this one. You're at NZG. Okay. Euro Singapore, it also too. There's a bit of sideways. I don't really want to play with this at the moment. And I mean, overall, it's not one I want to sort of get into. It's in the middle of the channel on the daily. It's just going sideways. It will push out up or down. And when it does, then we'll start to get some sort of idea. But this one's a wait and watch. Going to change that. Yeah. Euro USD, pretty well. Oh, yeah. So obviously, US dollar is a lot stronger. What are we on? Are you in this for the sell yet?
yes, yeah. Yeah, but again, I got in on the look on the daily,
Yeah.
not this last short, but the one prior to that. So again, similar to
Yeah.
Euro NZD.
You're only starting to get back.
I'm
You
just getting
kept
back into
in.
profit now.
Did you stay in and not get stopped out when it came up
Well,
there?
this is where the bigger stop loss does work. It just survived.
It just came up near it and then dropped off.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Wow. I would have, I would have been, I would have definitely been out of that one. Anyway, USD is, I think there's going to be a fight because I think both of those currency pairs are actually quite viable at the moment. So that one also too, I'm just going to wait and watch. Now here's your GA that you've missed. Look at it. Look at the push on that.
Just keeps going.
It does, doesn't it? It's quite strong. It's starting to get ready to push out. So I'd be not into the buy. I'd be looking for this to sell out. Yeah. So it's already come up to this level. I mean, it may push up and go past it. And if it does, well and good, but I'm not sort of looking at doing too much with it. GBP CAD, though, that's got a little bit more to move. See that little pullback here? Now it's, I think it's getting ready. GBP CAD, if it does that pullback, we start to get the buy up on here, it'll potentially break that high. Now, it doesn't have a long way to go, but we'll see. GBP CHF. Oh, gosh, look at that. Now, this, I think, has further to go. And this has gone a little sideways now in the last couple of days, which I don't particularly like, right? But I do think you can see where it sort of like says it's that little pullback here. I think that's what we've got before we get into a buy on it. I think this will continue up. Yeah. It's not near the middle at the moment. It could be a good Just this bit of consolidation the last couple of days. At some point, this will move. What do we got here? Oh, inflation rate. Oh, looks like it'll go down. That certainly could push retail sales. Okay. Depends on what that does. And if we get a nice move, and I think that's that. Yeah, that's today, London Open. Okay, good. All right, I'll be looking around then. That'll be nice. All right, GBP, JPY. A lot of these for me are around London Open. This has already made its move. Yet, JPYs, this could easily come up and break this high up here. So, like from where it is up, it's 300 pips still. I still think this has got more in it. Wait for that pullback, London Open, then push back up again. Getting ready to get into a few. Right. GN. Again, this is also got some move in it. We'll see what we get over. Like that's what it does again. At the start of the trade, see what it's doing. Getting a triangle for a short, and then we'll get a buy back on this one. This is nowhere near the outside, and I think it will come back up to that white. So there's a bit in there. What do we got? I've lost all of that, but oh yeah, 100 pips or so. I could handle that. GBP Singapore, no. Well, it's interesting, isn't it? There's a fair bit of balance back up here. I think there's a bit of sideways going on and a lot of sellout telling me. So I'm not going to go near that one at the moment. You can see up here, so losing a bit of momentum there. Up, and then it's sort of now getting that. You can see how the channel's starting to turn down. So GU, yeah. Okay. We're ready. You're in this one for a buy, are you, Gary?
No, I'm in this. I've been in this for a sell since since December.
No.
I have. I should say. I have been, yes. So I'm still in it, and it's just been sort of going
A bit
sideways.
sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now's the time we've got to get this. Yeah, okay. But there's a lot of sell indication going on here.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I think there's a bit of a battle between the pound and the dollar, isn't it? Because the pound seems to gain strength, and the dollar has as well. So you got this.
Yeah, fight going on, and it is a bit sideways. But this is quite significant.
Today,
The US
nice
dollar
today,
is obviously strength. Yeah, but it depends when we see what happens with the news with this inflation. I don't know. It may even drop further, which will be good. If you get into the short on this. Okay. All right, now let's look at the NZDs. We'll go through there. Any questions, John, or Tom? You're very quiet today.
No, that's fine. No, just taking it all in. It's all good.
Okay, no worries. Tom must be moving his van or something, or is you?
No,
truck.
I'm here. I'm just enjoying.
Just enjoying. Okay, good.
Yep.
All right. Well, on the daily, it's going sideways, but we've now broken structure down. So I think, again, like the AUDs, NZDs are like, we're bombing. We're going to start getting into the sells on it. So this one is a good opportunity from my point of view because that CAD strengthened up. I think these NZDs will be very much similar to the AUDs.
Yeah.
We've now got some nice sell opportunities for longer term trades.
But again, I
Yeah.
got into this in December, and looks like maybe
Yep.
it's finally making its move,
Yeah.
having gone
Yeah.
sideways for a while.
Just a bit early, were you?
It was a bit
An early adopter. Where's December back? Oh wow, back here. Wow. You got in here and then you would have been in drawdown significant and then it's come back again. Yeah, some of you sticking in there, aren't you? Anyway, this will potentially pull back up. I mean, you can see on the 1 hour it's got some pullback to happen, but it may only be short-lived. You can see one's happening here. It only pulled up back a bit and then down. So within a day, that's what I'll be looking at. Let's see this pull back up and then drop back up. Look at all these fair value gaps here, but oh well. NZDCHF. If you're not already in this one from a daily, this now is also broken structure. I think this is
I'm not in this one.
no, but it's on the other side. It's whether it pushes further. Gosh. I think this will push further down.
Yeah, I think it will.
From a daily perspective anyway, and then into the hour. You can see how it's created though. This little pushback up here was, where was this? Start of the year to now, and now it's dropping off. Okay, bit of a rally. NZD again, the Japanese yens are not strong, so this could be a good position to get in now for a buy where the others are into a sell. It's interesting, against, so within a range of currencies, the Japanese yen ones are still weak against a lot of currency pairs. You can see it down here, but you got AUD, NZD, Japanese yen, like all really just, flailing around at the bottom. Right. NU would, yeah, look at that. Now it's come out of this consolidation.
Yes.
It's properly dropped.
Happy days because I'm in this.
Yeah, you would. That's good. And
Second of Jan.
There's more to have. Yeah, well, you're over here somewhere. Bang, sideways. You've been waiting, and then now it's dropped out nicely. Yeah, and there's a fair bit more to go too. So I think we don't have the. Why is it? Okay, we'll change this. Just haven't got the channels on it yet. This will be well out of channel yet. There we go. Yeah, so heaps of green triangles here. So we'll get a push back up because of that imbalance, and then we'll get into that back down. Singapore Japanese yen still pushing up, right? And it's still within that area. So SGT, JPY, an easy one, that one. Wait for the pullback down and then get into that on the daily for the buy. I think it'll go up and break the high. USD Canadian. Fight, you buggers. Look at them.
Nice push up today. I'm in it for the buy. So
yeah, but you can see that there's going to be a sell for a bit, but it may just keep. I think this will keep pushing. And it's earlier in that.
Looks like a bit of the old head and shoulders on the daily.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Yeah, gee, that's pushed up significant there, but you've got a number of longs. There's a fair bit left in this as well. And if things work, we may even get a break of structure up here. It may even come back up further up there. I mean, this is quite a few. Yeah, 400 to 500. We'll see. Got to get in it, and then we'll have to monitor it from that sort of point of view. I'm just going to wait for that pullback today, and then maybe pre-London get in, or pre-New York. But I don't know. I could do Asian London. Yeah, it'll be more London. London session. I'll look at that. All of these ones I'm going to be onto them my afternoon. Now this is getting ready. USD CHF, right? It's already popped up. Yeah. It'll do the sell and then we'll get into the buy again. It looks like more longer term here. Yeah. Nice long there. But some of these longs though haven't been significant. So again, it's just monitoring. But it's well within that channel, whether it's this is the turn, I'd say, end of December, start of January. I'm going to push back up again. So I'll look at that one. UJ doing the same thing. And just like, look at it. Look at the big push in the last 2 days. All right. And I think there's a lot more to happen. A lot more. I reckon it'll break structure up here. Where is it now? There'll be a pullback, but I think up here, like 500-600 pips. Just predicting, that's all. Right. USD and Singapore. My gosh. Isn't that US dollar gone crazy? So there'll be pullback on this. Well, you'll see that there'll be green. It's well out of the channel here. So green, there's red. Red triangles. Yeah, there'll be a pullback before it starts pushing back up again. But on the daily, it's now outside. But I think it will go a bit further.
Yeah, I mean it's but it pushed it, did about 95 pips today on that move, something like that.
Yeah.
95 pips.
Oh yeah, did a nice move. Very nice. All right, and that's that Singapore. So if you're in it, great. You know, if you're not, then it's going to do a pullback before it starts. I may not. I don't think I'll look at this one to start with. We'll just see. As I said, the gold has done a pullback down, so that is starting to. I think it's turning because we've got lower highs here, and we've started to create. We haven't made a lower low yet, but lower highs will mean potentially it's on that move down. You can see where from here, there was this end of December, it started to pull down. It's just done that little pull up here from 12th of Jan, and now it's starting to go back down. I mean, this is the sort of the pullback it needs to do before it starts to drop off further. I think it's got a lot more to come back down here. Which means the US dollar will strengthen. Okay. Sort of that's your lot for today. And again, middle of the trading week is where things start to, the flurry happens. It starts to all happen. Yeah. Anyway, any questions, feedback? No?
No, not yet, sir.
No? Okay. Right. No problems.
Not from me,
All right,
Brian.
then.
That was great.
Thank you. Well,
Right.
I've got a big list ready to go. But there will be, for me, I'll look at the Asian, so it'll be about 11 o'clock my morning, 11, 12, and then I'll have a good look at it again, 4, 5 in my afternoon, which is sort of just pre-London Open, and see which ones I'd like to sort of jump in on. Hopefully not too much drawdown on them, but that's get some trading happening for this year and see how much we can get into for a long term. Rightio. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you, Brian.
I'll hopefully be hopefully I'll be alive tomorrow morning to see how we go.